From the moment Heracles was born, he was cursed, hunted, and tormented by the goddess Hera. All of the trials, pain, and suffering that he endured was of her vicious design. But the sixth labour marked a turning point in Heracles' fortune, a subtle but powerful shift in divine favour. Heracles walked to Tiryns once more, with his spirit still bruised from having the last labour stolen from him. He stood before the towering walls of the city, studying the excessive array of archers and spear-wielding soldiers. The herald emerged, clad in armour, while the king cowered high above, shielded behind layers of expectant guards. With a nervous jitter, the herald declared the next labour. Heracles was to journey to Lake Stymphalos in Arcadia and free the land of the monstrous birds that plagued it, man-eating creatures whose bronze feathers sliced like arrows through flesh. Wasting no time, Heracles departed. As he approached the swamp, the devastation was all around him. Homes lay abandoned, their doorways pierced with bronze feathers, each one a testament to the terror that ruled the skies. Then came the screech, a deafening, unnatural cry. Heracles looked up to see the sky alive with wings. The Stymphalian birds stormed toward him, launching a barrage of bronze feathers against his lion skin cloak, the only armour that could absorb their fury. But just as the battle seemed inevitable, a sudden mirage shimmered above in divine light. The birds shrieked and scattered, fleeing the skies, and quiet descended. From the mist, a hooded figure approached, leading Heracles into a small cottage in the corner of the desolate street. The figure, with an owl perched on her shoulder, removed her hood, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, emerged. Sent by Zeus himself, her presence glowed with serenity. She warned Heracles that brute strength alone wouldn't win this fight. There were simply too many of the vicious birds, but she did at least tip the scales in his favour. Athena handed Heracles a bronze rattle, forged by Hephaestus himself, crafted to drive the birds away from their putrid swamp. Filled with renewed confidence, Heracles bowed and strode from the cottage, Athena's gaze glowing like a warmth behind him. The swamp loomed dark and thick. Heracles moved stealthily through the water, watching the monstrous creatures up close. They were unlike anything he had ever seen, their feathers gleaming with metal and menace. With a sudden leap, he burst from the marsh and shook the bronze rattle with force. The sound was piercing, dreadful to mortal ears, but unbearable to the birds. Many fled in an instant, but a swarm still remained, screeching and flapping their wings in defiance. Heracles reached for his bow and fired, again and again, each arrow dipped in the poisonous blood of the Lernaean Hydra. And finally, as he waved the rattle once more, the remaining birds took flight, vanishing across distant seas to wreak havoc elsewhere. Triumphant, Heracles returned to Tiryns. A large sack weighed heavy on his shoulder as he gazed once more at the line upon line of fearful guards. Without a word, he strode through the overwrought defences, opened the sack, and poured hundreds of bronze feathers onto the dusty ground, most still specked with blood. The clang of metal echoed across the courtyard, and even the coward Eurystheus risked a glance from his hiding place, eyes wide in disbelief at Heracles' latest victory. As the hero walked once more towards the horizon, a rare warmth stirred within him. An owl descended from above, perching gently onto his shoulder, the sacred creature of Athena. Heracles offered a rare smile, and for a fleeting moment felt quiet and content. for it was not just the favour of the goddess that he felt, but his father Zeus too. Eventually, the owl lifted away, flying into a brilliant burst of light that bathed the waning sky. And Heracles knew that no matter the distance, no matter the danger, he would never truly be alone. The gods were always watching him, both for better and for worse.